Enzo Maresca immediately hits back at Wayne Rooney as Chelsea injury fear rubs salt in wound. Hey friends, get daily football focus by Chelsea latest new for please subscribe my channel. Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca discussed a number of topics in his pre-match press conference, including Wayne Rooney's comments about his rotation policy and Romeo Lavia's fitness. The Blues entertain Wolves in the Premier League on Saturday, looking to return to winning ways after Maresca made wholesale changes for the 2-2 midweek draw against Karabakh. They went into the trip to Azerbaijan having won 6 games in 7 across all competitions, a run of form that has seen them propel up the table in the top flight, reach the Carabao Cup quarterfinal, and move into the Champions League top half. In his pre-Wolves press conference, Maresca was asked about Rooney's comments regarding rotation at Stamford Bridge, Romeo Lavia's injury latest blow, his side's start to the season, and much more. So, with that in mind, Football.Focus has taken a look at the best from the Italians' chat with the media on Friday. Maresca hits back at Rooney. Enzo Maresca has defended his decision to make 7 changes for Chelsea's trip to Karabakh on Wednesday, after Wayne Rooney said that making mass alternations could come back to haunt the Blues boss. The players want to play. They want to build relationships, Rooney said. When you keep chopping and changing, then the players won't be happy. I think that will come back to bite them. If they are getting results all the time, then you can't question it. But if they're not, there has to be questions asked. Now, Maresca has provided a response to Rooney, saying, "I said already many times, we are in an era when anyone can say what they want. I said after the Karabakh game, since I joined the club, it is also my view to rotate players. When you don't win games, nobody agrees. When it's Andre Santos, Brazil international, Horal Hado, Netherlands international, João Pedro, Brazil international, it's not about rotation. They are young. You have to give them the chances to make mistakes so they can become better." Enzo Maresca has never been one to shy away from confrontation, and this time he made sure his message was loud and clear. The Chelsea head coach, calm yet sharp in delivery, has fired back at Wayne Rooney after the former Manchester United legend questioned his rotation policy. Ahead of a crucial league fixture, Maresca used his pre-match press conference to defend his methods, express confidence in his squad depth, and address the mounting injury concerns that continue to shadow his early months at Stamford Bridge. Rooney's remarks, which came earlier in the week, centered around Chelsea's inconsistency and what he claimed was an over-reliance on rotation. The ex-England striker hinted that the constant chopping and changing could disrupt rhythm and identity, a comment that appeared to irk Maresca, who prides himself on tactical control and measured evolution. When asked about Rooney's view, Maresca didn't flinch. "Everyone is entitled to an opinion," he said, his tone controlled but defiant. "But there's a difference between looking from outside and understanding what's happening inside. We rotate because we have to manage energy, maintain intensity, and because this is modern football." His words carried weight. Since taking charge, Maresca has implemented a demanding system, one built on possession, positional discipline, and structured pressing. The style requires physical precision and mental clarity, and the Italian knows overplaying his key players could lead to burnout. Still, he faces a growing injury list that continues to disrupt his best-laid plans. Romeo Lavia remains a major concern after a setback in training, while other stars are being closely monitored for fatigue-related issues. "Romeo is progressing, but slowly," Maresca admitted. "We don't want to rush him. He's too important to risk long-term. We've learned lessons from earlier injuries, and the medical team is being cautious." The Lavia situation has particularly frustrated supporters who have yet to see the Belgian midfielder show his full potential in a Chelsea shirt. After arriving for a significant fee, his minutes have been restricted by fitness troubles. For Maresca, that's a reminder of the fine line between development and damage. When a player has been out for so long, you must protect him, he explained. You can't just throw him in because you're desperate for results. I understand the emotion, the impatience, but this is about doing what's right for the player and the team. Rooney's comments have reignited debate among pundits about Maresca's tactical flexibility. Some believe the former Leicester boss has brought structure but limited spontaneity. Others see him as the modernizer Chelsea have needed. What's undeniable is that Maresca is under immense scrutiny. Every decision, every substitution, every team sheet is dissected across fan forums and social media. Yet the manager insists he won't waver from his footballing principles. This project isn't about quick fixes, he said. We're building something sustainable, and sometimes that means short-term criticism. I'm okay with that. Behind the scenes, there's growing sympathy for Maresca's position. Chelsea's intense schedule, coupled with the lingering physical toll on players from previous seasons, has left little room for stability. The international breaks haven't helped either, with several stars returning fatigued or carrying knocks. Club insiders have described the manager as relentlessly focused and meticulous with detail, spending long hours at Cobham analyzing patterns of play and recovery data to fine-tune his squad management. Still, the injuries have undoubtedly rubbed salt in the wound. Lavia's ongoing absence adds to a list that includes others nursing minor issues, threatening to derail the consistency Maresca craves. For a coach who thrives on structure, losing key components at critical junctures is a tactical nightmare. We adapt, he said, shrugging slightly when pressed about potential changes for the next match. That's football. You prepare, you plan, and then something changes. But I trust every play we have. That's why we rotate. His response to Rooney's criticism wasn't personal, but it carried an undercurrent of frustration. Maresca has long been an admirer of Rooney's playing career, yet he seemed irritated by what he perceived as an oversimplification of a complex job. When I was a player, I also thought some managers rotated too much, he smiled. Now I understand the other side. You don't see the training loads, the data, the fatigue levels. It's easy to talk, harder to decide. Those remarks drew laughter in the room, but his eyes betrayed determination. This is a man convinced of his vision, unwilling to yield to outside noise. He's seen enough in football to know that criticism is inevitable, especially when managing a club as turbulent as Chelsea. What matters, he insisted, is the trust within the dressing room. The players believe in what we're doing, he said. That's what counts. We've created an environment where everyone knows their role, whether they play 90 minutes or come on for 5. That unity is our strength. The unity will be tested in the coming weeks. Chelsea face a congested run of fixtures, including high-stakes league matches and a demanding cup tie that will challenge Maresca's depth. Supporters have been encouraged by flashes of brilliance from young talents like Cole Palmer and Estevao Willian, but they're equally aware that consistency must follow. Maresca knows results are the ultimate currency at Stamford Bridge. We're not where we want to be yet, he admitted, but every week you see progress. The way we control games, the way we press, it's growing. We just need patience and continuity. It's that patience he keeps emphasizing, something that doesn't come easily in West London. The fans hungry for silverware have seen too many rebuilds fail. Yet in Maresca, there's a sense of conviction, a methodical calm that sets him apart from his predecessors. Even when confronted by critics like Rooney, his responses are deliberate, grounded in belief rather than emotion. I respect every opinion, he reiterated as the conference ended, but I also know what we're doing here. We have clarity, and clarity wins over noise. As he walked away from the press room, Chelsea's injury fears remained, the scrutiny remained, but so did his quiet assurance. Rooney may have sparked a headline, but Maresca ensured the narrative was his to control. For a manager still carving his identity in English football, that control might prove to be his greatest asset of all.